You're now listening to a Press Play Network podcast.
All right, man. Welcome to another issue of Nerd Flow. This is issue 80, and we are back again for another week of video games, anime, comic books, pop culture, all that good stuff. For those who are new to the podcast, please make sure you guys follow us on Facebook. It's facebook.com/nerdflow podcast, twitter.com/nerdflow, and instagram.com/nerdflow podcast. And if you just want to get more involved in the conversation, you can go to facebook.com/groups/nerdflow is the way you can link up and join our community. So what is up, peoples?
What up, y'all?
What's up? I'm chilling today. But what's up with everybody though, man? Like, how y'all feeling?
What's
Doing
up?
good.
Oh, there she goes.
Tinker's just joining.
What's up?
So Tinkerbell want to show her face and drop a little fairy dust. I see.
What's up with y'all?
We here live already, you know.
Yeah.
Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cooling.
Shooting some b-ball outside the school.
What school you talking about?
Tree.
Man,
I really right down the street from Tree.
So real quick, has anybody on Netflix, there's I can't think of the name of the actual show, but it's called The 90s. And me and my wife was watching that a couple nights ago. Man, I came to the realization that majority of the good TV shows were the black TV shows in the 90s. We had so many shows, and now it's like barely any shows.
Yeah, it really was, because you remember you had Martin,
Family Matters.
Cosby Show,
Martin,
Living Single, Wayans, In Living Color. Like, it was a lot of, like, from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, there were a lot of black shows.
The Different World that actually talked about college.
Yeah, Different World.
College.
Like, actually had black kids going to a HBCU.
Yep.
Sure, there's people that on that documentary said it made them want to go to college when they saw The Different World. They had no interest in going, and then they saw that, they made them want to go. Yeah, I found that quite interesting watching that documentary. If anybody, wants to catch that, especially if you grew up in the 90s, it's very enlightening to kind of see where it jumps in different categories. It talks about TV, it talks about movies, talks about like politics and stuff like that. Everything that was going on through the 90s, pop culture, all that good stuff. But it was really, really good, really interesting.
And it's on Netflix, you said?
Yeah, it's on Netflix, yeah. It's called
cool.
You
check that out.
It's called The 90s. It's just like really, really, really good. But yeah, man, speaking of Netflix, so last week we talked about the whole Iron Fist thing. Iron Fist got canceled, and so now Luke Cage was the next one on the chopping block, which is the most shocking thing. I don't know, it was just we all kind of figured why Iron Fist got canceled, because first season did very poorly. Not sure if people kind of like backtrack to season 2 or any at all, anything like that. So Luke Cage is now canceled, which is just.
I mean, well, I hate to say it, but Defenders can cover everybody's storyline. I'm just saying. I mean, they can do like a Titans move and just have everybody with a different like episode and cover all their backstory, all their present, past, future. I mean, I think it was just too much.
Yeah, to have all four of those shows, and then they branch out.
It's unnecessary. Exactly, and it's unnecessary, and they still have Defenders at that.
Yeah.
I think it's unnecessary.
I think
Which is probably gonna be like the perfect move if they go right into like Heroes for Hire.
Yeah, Heroes for Hire could definitely be a thing, and that they kind of did that as an episode. But the rumor is the reason why Luke Cage got the axe was Disney/Marvel and Netflix could not come to an agreement on the direction that they wanted to take. Luke Cage, Netflix wanted to take it a different way, and Marvel and Disney had another way. So.
But ain't this about a...
So evidently it seems like they decided to kind of, part ways.
I guess Marvel and Disney wanted to take it to more what I say, but
I mean, from how Luke Cage
not so
ended,
serious type of way.
Yeah, I mean,
less violent, less sex, less adult way.
I mean, that's what all those shows are. I mean, in that sense, you got to go ahead and ask Punisher then, because Punisher already done with season 2, filming already. Jessica Jones season 3 is done. So now, here's what the other part of the equation is, that if Jessica Jones season 3 comes out and they ask Jessica Jones, and the same thing happens with Punisher, that means that Netflix is doing you ain't gonna break up with me, I'm gonna break up with you first.
Basically.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah,
well,
so
I hope they can come to an agreement. I think Luke Cage is okay though.
Yeah, I mean, Luke Cage,
Luke Cage is getting a lot of coffee though.
Yeah, out of all the shows, I mean, that was the last one I thought would have ever got the axe, just because how popular it was. But they say they couldn't come to an agreement. So, I mean, did Punisher really perform? I still haven't finished watching Punisher, honestly. And did Punisher really perform that well, or did it pick up like really good at the very end? Or I'm like, because I don't know, because I probably try to get through it just so I can just see how it all ended. That's the only show I haven't finished. I did notice something though. I was on Netflix today, and I noticed, how they show like the Marvel wallpaper. If you've been on Netflix and you have it on like a phone or like PlayStation or something like that, they have like a wallpaper of all the Marvel shows. And I noticed like Elektra is like standing over by the Defenders. They don't have Luke Cage or Iron Fist showing on their wallpaper now, which I think they did before that. So for a whole second, I thought they took the shows off, but they're still on there. So. But yeah, so we'll see how this plays out. I still feel it's a thing where you ain't gonna break up with me, I'm gonna break up with you. That's what I kind of feel Netflix is doing right now. Because who was it? Emergency Awesome, who I listened to on YouTube, he said basically Netflix has a mentality of you're either gonna win awards to get reviews, or Netflix looks at two things. They look at views and awards. Basically, that's all they look at. So if you're not getting nominated or anything like that, or breaking records, then they don't really too much care about it. So.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why a lot of comedians who be wanting Netflix deals who give Netflix deals don't get the money they want, because they look at what your ticket sales are and, what kind of arenas you playing. Like if you playing arenas or clubs. So that's the difference between somebody that gets like $60 million versus somebody that gets $200,000.
Yeah, true that. All right, let's talk Black Ops, man. Black Ops been getting a lot of
a lot of good reviews.
Yes, very much so. A lot of people were skeptical about that not having a campaign, but this whole thing with the zombies mode multiplayer in Blackout, and Blackout is probably, everybody's saying that's like almost the standout of the entire game. And a lot of people saying probably the best game since the Modern Warfare series.
Yeah. Like, I'm like, Fortnite killed me. Fortnite and PUBG pretty much killed me with the whole battle royale stuff. So I just want to get back to playing team deathmatch. So I mean, I'm pretty much gonna give it a try because it's on the game. Because I have my Black Ops tomorrow. I had to get mine delivered, but it'll be here tomorrow. But what really just made me break down and go ahead and get the game were the reviews, and plus they got like they got the most hilarious commercial on TV right now. With huh?
You mean the one with they got doing the thing with Post Malone song?
I'm talking about the one with Draymond Green and Klay Thompson on it.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, with Draymond running around punching everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once I seen that commercial, I was like, "Yep, buying it." But I'm like y'all. As long as I've been playing Call of Duty, I've never been a zombie player. I just, for some reason, always despise zombies. So this time, I'm just gonna break down and just go ahead and start playing zombies this year. I got told that I'm kind of lame for not playing zombies, so. Hello?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Everybody got quiet. I was just like, what happened?
No, we here.
I got to pick the game up, man, because I remember the last time I bought a Black Ops game, it was 3, and
Yep.
I was not too satisfied with it. So, but you know, like I said, we were just saying, my bad.
You were not satisfied with Black Ops 3?
No, I wasn't. I mean, I wasn't. I didn't like the whole space age type thing. I didn't like that. That was just me. I didn't like jumping on the walls and all that.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't. A lot of people didn't like the verticality thing that they had in the Call of Duties. It kind of worked for Black Ops 3, but then you had was it Advanced Warfare that did first? Then Black Ops did
it?
Yeah, Advanced Warfare.
Okay,
did
yeah,
it
worked for Advanced Warfare in their favor because that's basically what the game was. The premise it was based around was future warfare.
Yeah, and it became so much of a theme. Like afterwards, it's like,
yeah,
it's like I really wanted to go back to the old way. I'd rather for it to be, I think that's where World War II somewhat just came into play.
And that was really a Titanfall thing. Let's be honest about it. And Activision just took it from EA and just said, "Okay, we're gonna do the same thing." Because Titanfall got a lot of praise for their multiplayer, especially with the wall running and all that stuff. But that was just part of their gameplay. It was mostly, Titanfall had mechs and all that stuff along and rolled into all of that. And I think Advanced Warfare and all of that, I think they were trying to beat it. And then what's the game? Infinite Warfare tried to beat it, and that freaking sucked so bad.
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk
I
about
know Black Ops 3 wasn't bad to me. I know Advanced Warfare and Infinite Warfare were just sucky. But Black Ops 3 wasn't that bad to me. I hated all the double jumping and stuff. That was about it. But as far as the gameplay and the weapons and stuff, it didn't bother me.
No, it didn't bother me. And Black Ops, when I thought about it, me and Quinn was talking about it. We were just talking about it, and it was just come to the realization that I mostly like only the Black Ops games. So, like I said, I played the beta. I know what I'm getting myself into. I'm gonna pick it up at some point. I'm just kind of involved in other games, Destiny 2 and 2K19 and all that good stuff. And I'm about to pick up Spider-Man very soon, so that's gonna be. I'm gonna get to it. It's gonna be a minute. And then Red Dead is about to come out this week, and it's just just so much.
I hate it. I hated his excuse me, I hated it. Literally, I just traded in my first Xbox One just to get my deluxe copy from GameStop that they legit was so nice to hold for me for a long time. Mm-hmm. And it's like, man, I hate being broke. I hate being broke. I really want a Red Dead. There was so many games, but I did. I'm happy I did this too while I went and got my copy. I had still some store credit left. I did pre-order the PS1 Classic. But as far as 2K19 goes, I'm actually enjoying it step by step. I'm glad that Royalty told me beforehand about my accelerator that I nearly forgot about. I slick did. I got this accelerator. How come I ain't got?
When you said oh, I just unlocked so and so. I'm like, hold on, fool, just unlock everybody.
I was like, crap, I gotta have accelerator to go with my deluxe edition. But yeah, everybody's unlocked right now. I'm playing.
Only game I know come with the cheat code right out the box for you to unlock everybody. It was like, come on now, you be fooled not to use it.
I know, and I was like, I forgot about this. I don't know how, but yeah, I was legit struggling in the sense when it came to showcase mode. Daniel Bryan, because keep in mind he's a submission artist, and you have to win games by submission. But now I'm currently playing Seth Rollins versus Eddie Guerrero, and I'm loving it. I know it's a little.
Did you play anything like any other new, like the modes they improved, like any of the cage match stuff yet?
Nah, because I wanted to play a full game yesterday, but I had other obligations. One of which will involve a topic on the show later on. But other than that, I'm still just getting my feet wet because, like I said, after when 18 dropped, I didn't play too much of 18 because of another game. But, you know, I'm trying to get the hang of wrestling again. I'm actually enjoying it. And I'm digging the graphics. I'm digging the fact they got Seth Rollins Deadpool attire in here, which is dope. But like I said, I dig this game. I get this wrestling game right here. I say based off what you can do with it, I'll give it a 8.9. I'll give it an 8.9 or at least a 9 at the most, but 8.9 honestly.
Okay. Speaking of Red Dead and all that good stuff, so Red Dead and Rockstar got some controversy going on about labor stuff in relations to making their employees do mandatory overtime. I guess for when the launch of Red Dead happens. I'm like, I mean, when I read this, my standpoint on it is kind of more on the fact of that, okay, it's a game, and the game is going to have some form of online at some point. Online is not launching it on day one with it, but like in the video game industry, typically it has to be all hands on deck when a game launches just to make sure nothing goes wrong. So I kind of feel that is like, I mean, yeah, no, employer can make it mandatory. They say they make it a choice, but there's some, whistleblowers saying that like, oh, it's mandatory. You have to work over 100 hours of overtime and all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. I mean, for those out there that don't know, I mean, freaking game developers they work a lot of hours when it comes to developing a video game. A lot of them say they don't see their family for sometimes days on end developing games. So, but that's here, no there though.
Hey, want me to tell you why video games why they ended up like that?
What?
Because at first, video game developers were just pure nerds who wasn't having sex.
And then they got married.
And then they started making money and end up getting married.
And they realized like, oh, you actually make a lot of money doing this stuff.
Yeah. I think I want to sleep with you now.
Oh wow. So quick news real quick. Days Gone is delayed till I think April 2019, which is not really a bad thing because Days Gone is a Sony exclusive. So Sony always has their games that come out around that first quarter for Sony, but second quarter of the year for anybody else that's keeping track of the months of the year. So April is kind of like a good date a good month for this game to drop, because like I think God of War dropped in March this year. Was it March?
Yeah.
It was March. So Days Gone be in April. That's all good. because that'll be space itself a good parts away from like Anthem, because Anthem is February, so it has, you know, even though it's a different type of game, but it's spaced pretty far away from AAA titles and stuff like that. So typically a lot of the Sony games stand out. And then this past Friday, Soul Calibur 6 dropped. That also got some very good ratings. I think IGN rated it 8.9 out of 10. I've also heard something, I saw an advertisement that Thanos is coming to Soul Calibur.
Wait, stop. Oh
Yes.
my fucking god! No. And I'm gonna. How and why would you do this? I ain't saying Thanos is not a bad character to have in a fighting game, but I'm just trying to see.
I mean, he was already in
Fortnite.
Fortnite, yeah.
It's like, okay, y'all pushing y'all look too much now. The Fortnite was enough. Marvel vs. Capcom is enough. Don't do this. Controversy. Exactly. I'm like, I rather see
what is up with Bandai Namco with these special appearances of characters that don't make sense that should be in their game? Negan and Tekken.
We're not gonna speak on that. The point is,
hey, hold on, wait. We didn't address this. We addressed it, but we didn't address it after the fact. Is he in the game now?
Who, Negan? No. And that's the thing. The only two characters that are out now that was part of the DLC was Anna and Lei, and they were really the most two requested characters in the game since launch. And you have 3 more other characters, including Negan as well. So
when is he coming?
There's no telling. And 9 out of 10, they haven't released any more news. I'm feeling like he's gonna end up coming in the game probably last, but there's no telling. They might throw a curveball and give us Negan soon. Ain't no telling.
They probably might not, because people probably uproared about like, hold on, this food don't even make sense being in the game. What the hell?
They got to do something. I don't know who they're gonna. You can't. I'm gonna say this right now for all my Tekken heads out there, and I don't care who gets mad and make a post on our page about this. You can't put June in the game. You can't do that. She has to be in the next game. So don't look forward to June being in this game right now. I'm sorry.
Speaking of Tekken, though, it's on sale, $17.50 on PlayStation Network for those who, you know, been thinking about getting Tekken. I might cop that because that's a good price. So that's the only fighting game I don't have. So, but yeah, man. New Broly preview. I've been kind of with the Broly movie. I've been following, but not really following.
So they basically
rewrite
the birth story of the
3 main things.
origin story.
Well, yeah, I know that much, but it's just like I just haven't been like. I just want to just like. I think they came out with. I think when they came with that trailer not too long ago, I really honestly didn't pay attention to it, because I mean sometimes with some anime movies and just some stuff in general would come to like certain trailers. Some stuff I just don't watch because it gives away too much for me now. And I just rather just wait till it comes. It's just like the when I watch Batman Ninja, like I really just not have saw the trailer. I really just say, oh, it's coming, and I'll watch it when it come out.
Yeah, like how they leaking that Joker movie. It's all on the internet. Like, you just reveal the whole movie. Why don't you?
Speaking of leaks, we got some. Yeah, man. Go ahead. Go talk about Broly.
Go ahead, Snap, because I'm kind of distracted too.
My bad. I mean, the only thing, and like I said earlier, I was on the phone with my cousin. She was asking me, like, well, how is it they're the same age? Like, the only logical explanation I can think of, more than anything, if they were born around the same time, the only way Goku can still be younger than Vegeta is based off the time chamber and whatnot. But the thing is, the Broly movie is supposed to make it whereas how Broly, Vegeta, and Broly's, like, how they end up becoming entwined with each other. Like, you already know how Goku and Vegeta are, but now Broly officially canon. You're trying to see how he can fit into this, into the actual canon storyline. So, you know, they're keeping some parts of it, whereas, you know, Broly is something that is different than other settings that makes him a threat, and he gets sent off to another planet instead of getting killed, and Paragus is upset about that. So he wants revenge. They keeping that plot line intact. The only thing is, Broly doesn't hate Goku because he was crying as a baby.
Right.
That's about it, which I honestly did find stupid after years of watching the first Broly movie. Like, really, you let a crying infant piss you off for all these years. I guess. But yeah.
He pretty much covered that for me.
It's like, well, I mean, he got mad over, Goku crying. I mean, well, Hush got mad at Batman because he saved his parents. I mean, it's,
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of, two very petty people they are. I tried to kill my parents. You saved them. Now I hate you for life. But I didn't save them. Your daddy did. Okay. So, but yeah, man. So, Titans episode 2.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
What?
I have.
Sorry.
You want to talk about it?
Don't want to talk about it?
I can talk about it. I ain't gonna be able to watch.
Okay.
Cause I unsubscribed from DC Universe.
What?
Yeah, I had to, man.
Oh, wow.
Why?
I ain't putting my business out there like that. But now I had to pay some other stuff, and had I kept DC Universe, it would have made my account go into the negative. So
You don't want that. You don't.
No, you don't. I'm thinking because something that you watched on the DC episode.
Oh no, it was a straight it was a straight financial thing. So I deleted it, and I just said I'll watch the shows on Fire Stick.
But yeah, so
Royalty, you want to go in?
Yeah, so the episode was titled Hawk and Dove. It was basically based around
Hawk and Dove.
Hawk and Dove. Which I did hear. I mean, I know I heard prior to, the show and all that stuff coming out that they were going to be part of Titans as well. Based on how this freaking episode ended. No, that's gonna be a thing. That's gonna be a thing anymore. But
I think we're gonna get more of them in there. Don't get your hopes up. Like we just, it was a bloody ending.
So here's my question. Who is the family?
Apparently they trained assassins who are part of this cult that is after Raven.
Okay, because I'm like, okay, now you coming for her now too? I'm like, who are y'all? Yeah.
It's all a cult to me.
Yeah,
they some trained
man, some strong.
Like how old them kids?
Whatever they was injecting in them when they showed that flashback, whatever they've been injecting into them, they've been injecting it to them for a long time. Shooting
it up. I'm like, damn. Whatever it is. But what really got me on this episode was the scene when Dove answered the door and Raven shook her hand. I was like, what the fuck? This is there's a lot of information.
Raven can almost kind of like, for those who watch The Flash, Raven can kind of vibe people a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Like, whoa.
Like,
okay,
really,
Doug, we see you and Dick had a
relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, this episode overall, it was kind of like, it was really like left field a little bit to kind of like touch on some characters that may or may not be really involved in the show a whole lot. I mean, it did kind of carry on, move forward the plot with Raven and her being even more important with this freaking, I don't know if to call them mutants or this superpowered family of this family cult or whatever the hell they are. But it kind of just progress the story that way. I won't give too much for those who haven't had a chance to see it. For those who are or may not have watched Titans, it drops every Friday on DC Universe. So if you haven't got a chance to watch it, or you heard about it, don't know how to watch it, that'll be the way you watch it. I think
I do.
Go ahead.
I do want to spoil one thing. Did you get a look at Dick's phone? Like the people that saved in his phone besides Bruce and Alfred.
That must have been an Easter egg. I missed that.
Apparently, Donna Troy was in his phone. I was like, wait a minute. Like Donna Troy is already in this universe.
Who is that?
Donna Troy. Wonder Girl. Or, I think that's
Is it Wonder? Hold on, Donna Troy. Hold on a second. I think it is Wonder Girl. I think you're right. Hold on a second.
Yeah, it's a number of people that I saw when he was like scrolling down his contacts, and I noticed that he had Donna Troy in his phone. Like I said, it's kind of like an Easter egg thing.
It is. As soon as I type their name in, and somebody they have a thing up here, a list of 3 interesting names that was in his contact list. So hey, maybe if they name dropped it, they might be. I mean, the possibility is always there, especially when it's not like the main, especially when it's not the main names. You know, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman.
But that name right there really caught my attention when I saw him scrolling. It was like there's something that they really want you to see. Like, oh, we might see you in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But what are your overall thoughts about Hawk and Dove? Do you think they were portrayed correctly?
For a whole second, I had like a moment. I'm like, who the hell are they? And Dove, I'm not too familiar with, to be honest. Hawk, of course, yes, I'm very familiar with. Actually, the gentleman that played Hawk in this episode he was the original Aquaman on Smallville. Just want to throw that out
right.
there for those who, but yeah, I mean, no, it just kind of caught me off guard because this episode I felt like could have been a little bit further down within the season. Kind of like those filler episodes when you're trying to progress the storyline a little bit, or we all know when shows have 21, 19, 20 episodes, around toward the latter half of the season are filler episodes that ain't got nothing to do with the current main storyline of the season. It's just side stuff that they blow off, or that they do stupid crap or whatever. And I felt like this could have been an episode that could have been like further down towards the middle of the season. I think they need to put more efforts into kind of getting us familiar with what's going on with everybody else. I feel like they could have picked up on Beast Boy a little bit more from what we got left off from the last episode. I would have thought they would have
That's what I was expecting. Like, it left off with Beast Boy. You kind of could have put him like into like the intro of the episode, but no, maybe in episode 3, maybe, depending on what's the title. Do we have the list?
Yeah, let me pull it up. I can pull up my DC Universe account real quick. Hold on. I will tell you in just a second.
Yeah. But Hank is, Hank Hawk, or whatever you want to call him, he's a kind of a drug addict, and Dove is like.
It has it's called Origins, and the actual cover art for this episode has Starfire on it, so possibly we may get the origins of with Starfire and how she got here. So
Tamaranian.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because you know from like other information that we're supposed to be getting like an intro of Starfire's mother.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Like she's supposed to be in one of these episodes. Okay. I think we're gonna get like a flashback of her home planet Tamaranian.
I need Titans to get some better music though. I'm just saying. That's all I gotta say. need y'all to have better intro. Y'all intro is the freaking DC logo intro.
Yeah, it is kind of lacking in it.
Yeah, it's very much so. I need y'all to work on that on episode 4 and 5. Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor is coming to Supergirl later this season. They have not casted anybody for the role yet, so more than likely it's going to be a thing that's more towards the end of the season because they're still probably more likely filming later episodes within the season. So we'll find out. I feel like now with Supergirl, I think they were kind of like, how they play it safe with a lot of shows, kind of iffy if they're going to want to do anything or venture into these other things or even touch on it. And I think now they're kind of more open to flushing out her universe a whole lot more. We getting Lois Lane from the crossover. Then they said Lois Lane is going to actually be on the show. Now they're going to give us Lex Luthor. And I also heard a rumor that the Superman that's playing Superman on Supergirl, he might get a show as well.
Oh, Tyler Hoechlin. Go ahead.
As my wife said, the ugliest Superman she's ever seen. It's like, she's like, he don't have broad shoulders. I'm like, that's very true. You need to do some push-ups, son, bro.
Maybe
if he get his own show, I'm pretty sure they're gonna put him in a gym.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be like, bro, I need you to go here, Stephen Amell's number. Go train with him.
He's gonna need the same workout regime he had when he was in Teen Wolf.
He was way more built in Teen Wolf though. I think he just lost his muscle after he quit them, but he was way more built than that.
Oh really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
he was on the first 3 or 4 seasons of Teen Wolf.
I
heard that show was very good. I never got a chance to watch it.
It really was. It was a very
season.
entertaining. I liked it.
I watched the first season. The first season was so dope. But then that's when they when the second season came, that's when Greenville switched cable companies, and our cable company took MTV.
Yeah. Oh, good old Viacom. We know who it is. They own BET, VH1, Comedy Central, all those. If you got DirecTV, please go and petition so they won't take the channels away. It's DirecTV. No, it's Viacom. They want more money. It's always them. Let's see here. So speaking of rumored trailers, I mentioned earlier, they're saying that the trailer for Avengers 4 leaked, a teaser, and I saw it. And also they showed the rumor title, and this looked legit. And for those who don't want to know the title, spoiler alert, fast forward an episode. It's called Avengers Annihilation.
Okay.
You just can't please comic book fans.
They're never satisfied.
Last time I heard of a movie with the title Annihilation and
don't.
More to come.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was just gonna say it's tough. So please don't sing it. I'm still on that whole movie, Shao Kahn was garbage. Johnny Cage died in the movie. Oh my God. Yeah, then again, that's every live action fighting game movie that came out was garbage. Except for the first
one.
So,
Annihilation.
Speaking of that,
is the title.
Speaking of something that y'all just bear with me here. Okay. So Batman movie up in the air. I know I've been pushing this for a long time. Batman Beyond movie. What would be, just as to how perfect this would be, a Batman Beyond movie with Michael Keaton playing old man Bruce Wayne.
Oh.
I will take that.
I would even take.
I thought
Tim
this
Burton
was what we
directing
wanted
it.
in the first place.
Yes, Tim Burton directing it. Continue it from from Batman Returns. And then make it Batman Beyond.
Oh man.
Tim Burton.
Yeah, we need to put that in the universe.
Petition.
Oh wow, that would be good.
Thank you. I think good. But you know what made me think about it though?
Boss Logic artwork.
No, that thing I put in that meme I put where Michael Keaton said, "Don't mess with me," and they showed Spider-Man, and he was like, "Cause I'm Batman," and he showed him the picture of Batman, him dressed as Batman, and I was like, "Yo, Michael Keaton is old." Whoa! Idea alert.
Yeah, I don't think I would have a problem with him being an old man Batman. He'd be perfect for that. It's like, man, now I think about that series. It's like, who would be a good Joker? Because we can't continue with the same Joker we got.
No, you wouldn't. You don't have to do the Joker. You could do one of his futuristic villains.
Yeah, no, yeah. I gotta look up the rogue gallery on Batman Beyond so I can see what they look like. Cause now I wanna.
Cause you had some fake Jokers, then you had the Joker that had implanted his cells in Tim Drake, so old man Tim Drake became the Joker. You had a lot of folks that had took over, had became futuristic versions of his old villains.
Yeah.
Like you had the Joker gang, not just the Jokers. The Joker. Yeah. And then you had futuristic Mr. Freeze. And then at one point Static Shock messed up and went to the future and was working with him. So, he started working with the futuristic Justice League. So you had old man Superman, which really looked like he about 40 years old because he aged so slow. You had grown Static Shock. You had a lot of who was in Young Justice were now adults, and they were the Justice League versus, the old guys being in there. Like the oldest person was Superman, pretty much.
Yeah. Let's see here. All right. But yeah, something else I was gonna touch on. So the trailer leak. So it's basically showing we'll see if this holds true, but the trailer that I saw, it shows that this is like a really quick teaser. It shows like the gauntlet on the ground, I guess still in Wakanda, and after that it shows like a still of like, I don't know if it was like a statue of what it looks like. The statue looked like Captain America holding the shield. So I don't know what that meant in the teaser, and then it went off and it said Avengers Annihilation. So
wake.
It's a teaser, so I mean it's not the full blown trailer. So I mean,
wake.
Well, we'll see. I don't think it's gonna be. When you think about it, I don't think it's gonna be weak. I think they're gonna. Everybody, I know we just wondering like when we gonna get the trailer. Which
we just want the trailer.
Rumor has it that we're supposed to be getting it in November or December
of
this year.
If anything, Marvel has no properties dropping no more this year until March.
No,
if anything,
exactly.
If anything, they will drop it during the Aquaman movie. If they're smart.
What about the Nutcracker?
I don't know.
I thought
is that in December?
Disney got a lot dropping next year in 2019. Doesn't Aladdin drop? Doesn't Lion King drop? Mowgli comes out.
Drops too.
Doesn't Mowgli come out next month?
Doesn't Dumbo come out next year?
think Dumbo comes out
next year.
Like, don't Mowgli come out next month?
I know Wreck-It Ralph does. I'm not sure about Mowgli. I don't even think that's Disney.
Mowgli?
I don't think
that's Jungle Book.
Yeah, Jungle Book, but I don't think Disney's doing it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
But
yeah, I think that's a different company.
I saw a preview today that kind of got me hyped, and then I realized that it's gonna suck. Eventually, it's gonna suck, like towards the end of the movie, and that's the Bumblebee movie.
I don't know. I really don't think so. And I'm gonna tell you why. It started
off good to me.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't think so. This is one main reason why I don't think so. Michael Bay is nowhere in sight. That's the first reason. Second reason is kind of like the movie feels more how Transformers movie should have always felt.
Yeah, like, it went back to the original Bumblebee with the bug.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like what's the movie with the girl that had the bug?
I know
Herbie.
Herbie. It's kind of like a Herbie type thing, and that's how I felt like the Transformers. That's how I felt.
It's a Herbie Ex Machina.
That's how I always felt like the Transformers movie should have like been, and how they should have started off. I felt like it should have been like always being associated with like teenagers and kids, because even in the show that's what that's who was controlling. Well, that's who they were kind of like, I shouldn't say friends with, whatever. But yeah, that's kind of what I kind of like felt like that the movie should have been to begin with. Epiphany though, I actually, as much as people say last night sucked ass and all that good stuff, I kind of watched some parts of it because it's on Hulu right now, on Hulu Movies, and I watched like about the first half of the movie. I hadn't finished it yet, but all those movies connect, which kind of blew my mind.
Yeah, they all do connect.
Yeah, I didn't, but that's the problem. There was nothing in there that kind of said they connected. We all felt, at least I know I felt the entire time, that they were just all, other than the one that had Shia LaBeouf in it, we knew those two were connected. But then we just felt like, oh well, Shia LaBeouf lost his freaking mind, so we just recast it and just said fuck it.
And like, because when you go back to when you go on last night, it describes the events that happened from
in Chicago and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why, like, when I started seeing I can't think of his name, that was in the army and that was from the first Transformers, and then once I saw him, the light bulb just went. I'm like, wait, this is all connected. Like, why didn't they say this? Why didn't they? They told the story very poorly. I will say that much. They told the story very, very poorly. I felt like last night, everybody down here seen that last Transformers?
I have.
You have? So, okay. So, like, the whole backstory that they gave in the very beginning of last night, right? And the whole, like, that whole thing, I feel like that should have been, like, the first Transformers 1. If they wanted to tie it to something, like, historical in relations to, how the Transformers got there, all that type of stuff. And, spoiler alert, that Earth is Unicron and all this good stuff. No, just simple stuff like that. I felt like, man, y'all could have did a way better movie universe. You probably could have actually built a Transformers universe, but Michael Bay fucked it up. That's what I felt like.
And I think he got too greedy.
Yeah, I think he did too. And them honestly, I really felt they could have, I don't know. I felt like they could have tried super hard to get Shia LaBeouf back in. I don't know what the situation or what it was or anything like that. I felt like they should have tried to, because what would have made people probably come back to the franchise Okay, you got Matt. You got what's his name? What's his face? I wouldn't say. Is it Matt? No, that Matt. No, not Matt Damon. What's his damn name? Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, awkward. Yeah.
One of them Boston boys. You got him with his own set of movies, and then you had Shia LaBeouf's, movie Wiki, which was his name. You had him, and if he would have showed up in the last night, and his character all be together, it would have brought some people back because let's be real, the people who really like the Transformer movies like the first two movies. The rest of them,
exactly.
So I feel like if they would have tried a little bit harder to get Shia LaBeouf on board for the last night, it would have brought the old fans back. Like, oh damn, this movie is connected to all of this that's going on in this movie, and it's all one whole thing. Because honestly, I didn't know that prior to watching this movie. But that's their loss. I hope that with the Bumblebee movie, I really do hope they can kind of reset the course. No, Michael Bay.
Like if they start the way it's looking, because he talked to Optimus. Optimus say the only way to end this war is to defend Earth. It looked like they could restart the Transformer movies over by Bumblebee having his movie and holding off the Decepticons for right now until Optimus and them get to Earth.
Which I think it is a reboot. That's what it sounds. I think it is an actual legit reboot. That's what it sounds like. It's either a reboot or a prequel, which I feel like it's probably maybe a reboot. Hopefully so. That's Michael Bay stuff. It'd be fine. Halloween. Snapback? Or who all saw it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say what I said before. Super better than the Nun. A whole lot better than the Nun. Now,
whole lot better than what?
The Nun.
Oh, okay.
So here's my question. Here's my question for you, Snap. Have you seen any of the Halloweens from in between from one up to this?
Yeah, I have. Like,
okay.
All right, so let me go ahead and kill anybody dreams. Halloween 2 up to now versus this movie, like it has nothing to do with it.
Yeah. That's what I was about to say. But what I was going to ask him was, okay, because we already knew the premise of this already, that anything after one, none of this ever happened. It's one and it's this one. That is.
Yeah, because I had so many people ask me like I think somebody asked me about little girl from the fourth movie, like she ain't in it. She ain't got nothing to really do with it. So it's basically like it's really
it's not canon.
Yeah, it's basically just taking place like years later from the first Halloween movie. So that's basically what it is. It's just like skipped the whole franchise after one, and they just made this one. So this basically is like a sequel to the first one. But other than that, like I said, it still had its moments, just like a typical horror movie. Just said, "You stupid for this." But other than that, I'm not gonna lie. Some of the things that Mike did, the killing that he did in the movie, it was a lot of creative moments in there. There was only one smart kid in the film, and yes, he was black. The black person would do it. Not to spoil it for anybody, but yeah, he did the right thing. I mean, I really want to see it.
So,
you'll enjoy the black kid.
Well,
typically, my question is,
what's up?
My question is, so by him being locked in there for years and years, is it the mask that's evil? Because by the trailer, it's like when they showed him his mask, that's when the dog started barking. That's when he got all rowdy. So
it ain't the it ain't the mask. It's him.
He's pure evil, pretty much.
It's all Mike. When you see the film, and truth be told, you already know Mike doesn't get his mask immediately when the film starts off. So Mike is gonna sit here and do things before he gets his mask. He is gonna eventually get it, but like I said, the people who had his mask beforehand, they literally kept that on him. And you do have a doctor in there. Dr. Loomis was mentioned. They mentioned him in the film, and yeah, they did mention his passing and whatnot. So, and like I said, it was a great throwback from the first film, how it was. Even kept, like, I guess you want to say the soundtrack from the original Halloween film. So it does have that type of vibe to it. Like I said, the only thing that was just bothersome was the little kids in there, the fact that people were so amazed at how packed the theater was. And, of course, I really didn't have to go in there and watch the movie because I could have watched it on Facebook because somebody was live streaming it in the movie. But, yeah, it was a great experience. Y'all should go see it.
Cool. Yeah, I've been hearing good things about that. Just saying, man, like, you know a dude dangerous when this boy locked up in the middle of a freaking concrete area with him chained to the freaking ground. You can't have nothing else near you. Know you dangerous.
More importantly, he is a lot more dangerous than a demonic nun. Just want to throw that out.
Whoa.
More dangerous than a demonic nun. Just throwing that.
Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Briario. I'll tell you this one last time and I'm going to drop it. This is scarier than anything in the Conjuring.
You have any?
I don't need to see the nun.
You haven't seen?
I don't need to see the nun. I saw that garbage Conjuring 2 years ago. I don't need to see this.
Okay, but what you got against me enjoying the movie? That's what I don't understand. What you got against me enjoying it?
Scared of a nun with halitosis. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
That's funny. All right, man. We're gonna go ahead and wrap issue 80 of Nerd Flow. Forgot to mention this at the very beginning. We got the Extra Life charity event dropping on November 3rd. We'll be streaming live on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/NerdFlowGaming. So please come check it out. Come show support for the charity event for the American Network of Hospitals for the kids. Also, please make sure you guys follow us on Facebook, Nerdflow Podcast, Nerdflow. You can search for us on all the major social media channels that you like to be on. New episodes drop every single Friday. We're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Apple, what is it called now? Apple Podcast, whatever the hell they freaking changed the name of it. Google Play. We're on all major podcast platforms. So just search Nerdflow. You'll find us there. And yeah, man, that's it. We out of here. See you guys for issue 81 of Nerdflow.
Hello! Go see Halloween.